Join us on our Grand New England tour, October 2nd through 16th. Sit back and relax aboard our luxury motor coach and enjoy the beautiful autumn scenery as you begin your journey to New England. Our first night is in Davenport, Iowa. Your tour director will be sure to keep you entertained as well as point out all the interesting sights along the way as you continue traveling towards the East Coast. Day 3, you arrive in New York and begin with a guided tour of the Sonnenberg Gardens and Mansion. Sonnenberg, meaning sunny hill in German, sums up perfectly this 40-room estate, greenhouse, and themed gardens, once the stunning home of one of New York's most prominent families. Day 4, the fabulous islands await us on our two-nation cruise, offering historic and natural wonders in both the American and Canadian waters. A delicious lunch will also be served during your cruise. Then you'll stop on Hart Island for a tour through the impressive Bolt Castle.
A lot of people are very fascinated by the love story that is associated with Bolt Castle. George Bolt began building Bolt Castle for his wife Louise. It was to be a gift to her on Valentine's Day. Inconsolable at her death, he did discontinue all work. And many people are drawn by that love story of George Bolt and Louise Bolt and building Bolt Castle for his wife. George Bolt first came to the Thousand Islands in the late 1880s, fell in love with this area, and decided that he would like to purchase some property here for a summer home for he and his wife and their 2 children. And he purchased this Hart Island from a gentleman by the name of E. Kirk Hart. Had a large summer home on it, existing already, made major renovations to it, and stayed in the summer home for a number of summers, until which time he decided to remove it and build what is now here Bolt Castle.
Today, we enjoy a bit of Vermont, beginning with a cruise on Lake Champlain, Vermont's Great Lake. While on board the Ethan Allen, enjoy the stunning views of the majestic Adirondack Mountains of New York and the Green Mountains of Vermont. Following your cruise, you'll take a guided Von Trapp historic tour, where you'll learn about the Sound of Music family as you tour their property and grounds. The Green Mountains provide a magnificent backdrop to the property. All aboard! As we travel on the Maine Central Railroad's famed mountain line, we'll enjoy some of the most dramatic natural scenery in the East as you travel through spectacular Crawford Notch, past sheer bluffs, steep ravines, cascading brooks and streams, and panoramic mountain vistas, across Frankenstein Trestle and Wiley Brook Bridge. We visit the Rocks Estate, which is perched on pristine mountainous terrain. This multifunctional estate includes a Christmas tree farm, maple sugar house, gift shop, and more. Day 7 begins with the New Hampshire Lakes Region Tour, including Squam Lake, the location of the On Golden Pond film. The afternoon finds you at Castle in the Clouds, a 16-room mansion built on 5,500 acres overlooking the lake and the mountains. This location will give you a great opportunity to catch some wonderful autumn photographs. On day 8, you'll enjoy a full day of sightseeing, beginning with a guided Southern Maine coast tour, which will include York Beach with a Nubble Lighthouse, quaint seaside towns, and the fishing village of Perkins Cove, and so much more. In Kennebunkport, there'll be time for lunch and to explore the many shops and galleries. After your Maine lobster-baked lunch, you will cruise Maine's rocky, rugged shores on your Lighthouse Lovers Cruise, including the Calendar Islands, coastal forts, and up to 7 lighthouses. Day 9, Massachusetts is your destination. We begin with a guided tour of Boston. We'll follow the Freedom Trail, see historic sites such as the USS Constitution, Boston Common, Bunker Hill, Old Granary Burial Grounds, and more. Then take part in one of the most pivotal events of the Revolutionary War that forever changed the course of American history. Meet the colonists, explore the shops, and dump tea overboard during your Boston Tea Party ships and reenactment. You'll then have free time to explore on your own and have lunch at the hall. This historic center is filled with shops, eateries, and carts of handcrafted gifts. Next, we follow our country's 35th president from childhood to the White House at the JFK Presidential Library and Museum. History comes alive with interactive exhibits, presidential artifacts, and video presentations. Day 10, we meet our guide for a tour of Plymouth, America's hometown. Hear stories of the journey our forefathers took aboard the Mayflower as you view the Mayflower II afloat in Plymouth Harbor. There'll be time to explore and see Plymouth Rock and Pilgrim's Landing site. During your pilgrim experience, your costume pilgrim guide will share stories of survival and the pilgrims' relationship with the Native Americans. In Cranberry Country, in addition to a guided tour through the bogs, we'll learn about the history surrounding this famous fruit and see the harvest process in person. Discover the hub of Cape Cod on a Hyannis highlight tour before departing for Martha's Vineyard. Your Martha's Vineyard tour will include the famous gingerbread houses, Island Tabernacle, and antique carousel of Oak Bluffs, as well as Edgartown, filled with quaint shops, eateries, and attractions throughout the tour. Your guide will entertain you with history and stories of Martha's Vineyard. Day 12 finds us homeward bound. Sit back and relax and enjoy the scenery of New England as we begin our journey home. Day 13 includes the Corning Museum of Glass, where you can explore at your leisure. The museum is filled with historical and art glass and offers opportunities to see demos and learn through hands-on exhibits. Day 14, as we draw closer to home, you'll stop for a guided tour of the Basilica of the Sacred Heart. It's located on the campus of the University of Notre Dame. It has over 44 large stained glass windows and murals completed over a 17-year period by the Vatican painter Luigi Gregori. Day 15, your Grand New England tour comes to a close, but you have many memories of the beautiful scenery you've seen on this Grand New England tour with Southwest Tour and Travel.